Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by sharing a principle that changed my life, a principle that, if embraced, can change yours to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Now, don't misunderstand me, your job is important. It pays the bills, puts food on the table, and keeps the lights on. But here's the truth, your job brings you a living, but working on yourself brings you a fortune. And by a fortune, I don't just mean money. I mean a fortune in relationships, a fortune in fulfillment, and a fortune in becoming the person you were meant to be. Self-education is one of the most powerful tools available to anyone seeking to change their life. It's the difference between simply surviving and truly thriving. While formal education is important, it teaches us structure, discipline, and foundational knowledge. Self-education is what shapes the person you'll become. It's about taking responsibility for your growth and realizing that learning doesn't stop when you leave school. In fact, that's when the real education begins. Most people spend their lives waiting for someone else to tell them what they need to learn or how they should grow. They depend on their employers to provide training or rely on the occasional seminar or workshop. But the truth is, no one is more invested in your success than you are. If you wait for the world to give you permission to grow, you'll spend your life waiting. On the other hand, if you take charge of your own education, the possibilities are limitless. Now, why is self-education so valuable? Because it's tailored to you. It's personal. It allows you to focus on the areas that matter most to your goals, dreams, and challenges. Unlike traditional education, which often follows a standardized curriculum, self-education lets you design your learning experience. You can dive deep into topics that fascinate you, that solve your problems, or that equip you with the skills you need to achieve the life you want. Think about this. If you want to be successful in business, you don't necessarily need an MBA. What you do need is a solid understanding of leadership, communication, and decision-making. These aren't skills you acquire overnight, nor are they skills you can simply pick up by accident. They require effort, focus, and consistent study. Reading books written by successful entrepreneurs, watching lectures, attending workshops, and learning from mentors are all forms of self-education that can be far more impactful than a traditional classroom. The beauty of self-education is its flexibility. It doesn't require a set schedule or a formal setting. It can happen in the quiet hours of the morning, during your commute, or even in the few minutes before bed. Every moment you invest in expanding your mind, you're planting seeds for future success. When you read a book, you're not just absorbing words, you're absorbing decades of experience, distilled into a format you can consume in a matter of hours. When you listen to an audiobook or a podcast, you're engaging in a conversation with someone who has walked the path you want to walk. Another reason self-education is so transformative is that it fosters independence. When you take control of your learning, you develop the confidence to solve problems on your own, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to pursue your goals with clarity and purpose. You stop waiting for someone else to hand you the answers because you've learned how to find them yourself. Some people say, I don't have time to learn, but here's the truth, we all have time. It's just a matter of how we use it. The average person spends hours a day scrolling through social media or binge watching shows. Imagine if even a fraction of that time were redirected toward learning something meaningful. You don't need to dedicate entire days to self-education. Even 30 minutes a day can add up to significant growth over time. Success isn't something that happens to you. It's something you attract by the person you become. And self-education is the key to that transformation. It's not just about acquiring knowledge, it's about applying that knowledge. It's about becoming the kind of person who is capable of achieving the life you dream of. When you commit to self-education, you're not just preparing for a better job or a bigger paycheck. You're preparing for a better life. Ultimately, self-education is about freedom, the freedom to think, to grow, and to live life on your terms. It's a commitment to yourself, a promise that you'll never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop striving to be the best version of yourself. And that, my friends, is a commitment worth making. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's the cornerstone of every successful life, the ingredient that turns dreams into reality. While many people dream of success, fewer are willing to practice the discipline required to achieve it. That's because discipline demands effort, sacrifice, and consistency, qualities that don't always come naturally. But the rewards of discipline are immeasurable, touching every aspect of life from career to relationships, health, and personal growth. At its core, discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, or when inspiration strikes. But discipline is what carries you through on the days when enthusiasm wanes. It's the quiet determination to show up, to put in the work, and to stay committed to your goals no matter what distractions or challenges arise. Think about any area of life where success is visible. Behind the scenes, you'll find discipline at work. Athletes train relentlessly, not just when they're in the mood, but every day, rain or shine. Musicians practice for hours, repeating scales and songs until they've mastered their craft. Entrepreneurs grind through setbacks and failures, learning from their mistakes and pushing forward. The secret isn't talent alone, it's the discipline to consistently put in the effort required to improve. Many people think of discipline as restrictive, as though it's a burden that limits their freedom. But the truth is quite the opposite. Discipline creates freedom. When you have the discipline to save money, you gain financial independence. When you discipline yourself to eat healthily and exercise, you experience the freedom of good health. When you have the discipline to learn and grow, you open doors to new opportunities. In every case, discipline gives you control over your life rather than letting circumstances dictate your future. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is its compounding effect. Small, consistent actions taken over time lead to massive results. Imagine saving just a small amount of money each day. At first, it might not seem like much, but over months and years, that small habit grows into a substantial savings account. The same principle applies to any habit, whether it's reading, exercising, or learning a new skill. The initial effort might feel insignificant, but with time and consistency, it transforms into something extraordinary. Discipline also builds self-respect and confidence. When you keep the promises you make to yourself, you begin to trust your own abilities. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who can be relied upon. This inner trust is a foundation for success because it strengthens your resolve and empowers you to tackle even greater challenges. Conversely, when you neglect discipline, you erode that trust, creating a cycle of self-doubt and missed opportunities. A common misconception is that discipline requires perfection. It doesn't. What it requires is persistence. You don't have to be perfect every day, you just have to keep showing up. Discipline allows room for mistakes, for moments of weakness, and for human imperfection. What matters is that you get back on track, refocus on your goals, and continue moving forward. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Another secret to discipline is understanding your why. Why are you pursuing a particular goal? Why is it important to you? When you connect your actions to a meaningful purpose, discipline becomes less of a chore and more of a choice. It becomes easier to stay focused when you remember that each action brings you closer to something that truly matters. Discipline is also contagious. When you cultivate it in one area of your life, it tends to spill over into others. For example, developing the discipline to exercise regularly can strengthen your ability to focus at work, manage your time effectively, and even improve your relationships. It creates a ripple effect, elevating your entire life. Ultimately, discipline is a skill, not a trait. It can be learned, practiced, and strengthened over time. It's not reserved for the naturally self-controlled or the highly motivated. It's available to anyone willing to commit to growth. The key is to start small, stay consistent, and remember that every act of discipline is an investment in your future. The power of discipline lies in its ability to transform ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. With discipline, you can overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and create a life that reflects your highest potential. It's not just a tool for success, it's the foundation of it. The law of attraction is a powerful concept that suggests you attract into your life whatever you consistently think about, focus on, and believe in. It's based on the idea that your thoughts and emotions emit energy, and this energy shapes the circumstances, people, and opportunities that come your way. While it might sound like magic or wishful thinking, at its core, the law of attraction is rooted in psychology, self-awareness, and the principle of taking intentional actions toward your goals. The first step to understanding the law of attraction is recognizing the power of your mind. Every thought you think sets a tone for your day, your actions, and ultimately your life. Positive thoughts generate positive energy, while negative thoughts often lead to negative outcomes. For example, if you constantly dwell on worries and fears, you're more likely to make decisions or take actions that align with those fears, perpetuating a cycle of negativity. On the other hand, focusing on possibilities, solutions, and gratitude opens your mind to opportunities and encourages actions that lead to success. The law of attraction is not about sitting back and waiting for things to magically happen. It's about aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desired outcomes and taking inspired actions to make them a reality. When you visualize your goals with clarity and believe in your ability to achieve them, you activate a mental and emotional state that propels you towards success. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. By vividly imagining what you want, whether it's a thriving career, a loving relationship, or improved health, you begin to program your subconscious mind to recognize and act on opportunities that align with your vision. One of the key principles of the law of attraction is the importance of belief. You must truly believe that what you desire is possible, and that you are capable of achieving it. Doubts and self-sabotaging thoughts create resistance, blocking the flow of positive energy and opportunities into your life. Cultivating belief requires building confidence in yourself and your abilities. It involves replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones and affirming your worthiness to receive the success and happiness you seek. Gratitude is another essential component of the law of attraction. When you focus on what you already have and express appreciation for it, you shift your mindset from lack to abundance. This shift not only enhances your emotional state, but also attracts more of what you're grateful for into your life. Gratitude amplifies positive energy, creating a momentum that draws in even more experiences to be thankful for. It's a cycle of abundance that starts with acknowledging the good that already exists in your life. Action plays a crucial role in the law of attraction. Thinking positively and visualizing your goals is important, but without action, those thoughts remain abstract. The universe responds to movement, to effort, and to steps taken in the direction of your dreams. This doesn't mean working tirelessly without rest, but it does mean being proactive and persistent. Even small actions taken consistently signal your commitment to your goals and pave the way for progress. Another important aspect of the law of attraction is aligning with the energy of what you desire. This means living as if you've already achieved your goal, embodying the emotions and mindset of success. For instance, if you want to attract financial abundance, start cultivating a mindset of wealth. Treat money with respect, manage your finances wisely, and adopt habits that reflect abundance rather than scarcity. Acting as if not only strengthens your belief in your goal, but also influences your behavior in ways that make success more likely. The law of attraction also emphasizes the importance of letting go of attachment. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals, but releasing the need to control every detail of how they will come to fruition. When you're overly attached to a specific outcome or timeline, you create tension and resistance. Trusting the process and remaining open to unexpected paths or opportunities allows the universe to work in ways you might not have anticipated. Critics of the law of attraction often dismiss it as wishful thinking, but its principles are deeply intertwined with psychology and behavioral science. Focusing on positive outcomes enhances motivation, improves mental health, and encourages proactive behaviors, all of which contribute to achieving your goals. By maintaining a clear vision, a positive mindset, and a willingness to act, you create the conditions necessary for success. In essence, the law of attraction teaches that your life is a reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. When you take control of these elements, you become the architect of your reality. It's not a promise of instant results or an escape from challenges, but a framework for aligning your energy with the outcomes you desire. By cultivating clarity, gratitude, belief, and action, you can harness this universal law to attract the life you've always dreamed of living. Life is full of opportunities, but the question is, are you ready to seize them? Often we drift through life hoping for better days, wishing for more, but never truly stepping up to make it happen. Today I want to present you with a challenge to break free from the status quo, to stop wishing and start working, to commit to designing a life that excites and fulfills you. It's not about doing something extraordinary right away, it's about taking consistent, deliberate steps toward your potential. The first part of this challenge is simple: take inventory of your life. Where are you now? And where do you want to be? This isn't about comparing yourself to others, but about reflecting on your journey. Are you satisfied with the path you're on? Are you spending your time and energy on things that truly matter to you? If the answer is no, then it's time to realign your priorities. Clarity is the foundation of progress. You can't fix what you haven't acknowledged, and you can't achieve what you haven't defined. Once you have a clear picture of your current state and desired destination, the next step is to set specific, measurable goals. Vague aspirations like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happier" aren't enough. What does success mean to you? Is it financial independence? Is it pursuing a passion? Is it nurturing meaningful relationships? Define it, write it down, and most importantly, break it into actionable steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, but when you break it into smaller milestones, it becomes manageable. Now, here's where the real challenge begins: consistency. It's easy to set goals. The hard part is sticking to them. Success doesn't come from grand gestures, it comes from small, disciplined actions taken every single day. If your goal is to get in shape, it's not about running a marathon tomorrow, it's about going for a 15-minute walk today. If your goal is to save money, it's not about cutting out all luxuries, it's about skipping that one unnecessary purchase this week. Small actions, repeated consistently, lead to big results. But let's be honest, there will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when the comfort of the couch is more appealing than the treadmill, or when Netflix calls louder than your side hustle. And that's when this challenge truly tests you. Because the secret to growth isn't found in your best days, it's found in the days when you push through resistance. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one else is watching. Another key element of this challenge is embracing discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. If you want to achieve something you've never done before, you have to be willing to do things you've never done before. This might mean having difficult conversations, taking risks, or putting yourself in situations where you might fail. But remember, failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Every setback is a lesson, every mistake an opportunity to learn and improve. As you take on this challenge, it's important to remember the power of your environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. Seek out mentors, join communities, and build relationships with those who challenge you to be better. At the same time, distance yourself from negativity, whether it's toxic people, self-doubt, or destructive habits. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. Lastly, celebrate your progress. Too often we focus on how far we still have to go and forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Every step forward, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. Gratitude and self-recognition fuel momentum and keep you motivated. This challenge isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong commitment to growth. There's no finish line because as you achieve one goal, you'll discover new ones. Life isn't about reaching a destination, it's about continuously evolving into the best version of yourself. So, here's my challenge to you: take control of your life. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. Start now, start small, and start with intention. You have the power to design a life you love, but it begins with a choice to rise to the challenge and take the first step. Your future self will thank you for it. Let me leave you with this thought: life doesn't reward those who simply show up, it rewards those who show up prepared. Work hard on your job, yes, but work harder on yourself. When you do, the results won't just show up in your bank account. They'll show up in your character, your confidence, and the legacy you leave behind. So let's get to work not just on what you do, but on who you are. Because the real prize of life isn't just what you get, it's who you become. Thank you.